This can't.
We'll start. This isn't 100% accurate statistic, but it's pretty close. Out of the 100 people we asked for help, it was 3 people helped us.
Yeah. Most people wouldn't even make eye contact. It came to the point where I was like, you don't have to be scared of us. Like, it's weird. It's really weird. You're invisible, as you said.
Mm-hmm. And you didn't even have to ask for money or anything. You just try and talk to them, and they wouldn't ask what time it was, and they're just head forward, ignore. Like, it was wicked. Like, right away when we walked away from you guys, we bumped into this guy who was came up to us. Is this a simulation? Is this a simulation? We're like, what? Is this? Do you remember where you were when you died? And he asked me that, and I was just like, what the heck is wrong with this guy?
Yeah, we immediately started like, oh, and this is gonna be weird. Like we saw, I don't know, like a couch or something on the side of the road.
It was the back seat of a minivan.
Oh, that's what it was.
Like bench. And we just started like thinking like, what if we took that to a park or something?
Yeah. No.
You had to like be resourceful of everything that was around you. We had to start water. Where could we find water? Like, and we were like, ooh, this looks like a spot that we could sleep. This is an idea.
Yeah, and then like water bottles. Oh, there's an empty bottle.
Or we're like, we need cups.
Yeah.
Pull the cup out of a garbage can. And like, apart from that, we actually tried to work. We tried to walk into places and asked if we could help. Everyone said no.
Yeah. We were like, hey, can we take out garbages? Can we sweep? Can we help you just for a sandwich or pizza or whatever the case may be? And they're like,
We don't do that. My boss would get real mad. I'm like, I'll give you a water, but I can't.
well, no, we didn't get that.
We got water from.
We only got from a gay bar. We walked into, well, we didn't know it was a gay bar, but we walked into a gay bar, and there's a guy in his underwear at the end of the bar, and I was like, oh, cool. And in my head, I was like, well, hopefully that will work to our favor. But it really, I mean, it did. He gave us water. So that was
With
great.
ice.
With ice, yeah.
Yeah.
We got catcalled on the way out. Yeah, let's do some of the good stuff then.
Yeah.
Pizza hunting.
Well, we were trying to find a Pizza Hut because Josh said there's a Pizza Hut this way. They close at 11 or 10. He said they close at 10. And I was like, ooh, that's cool. And we started walking there, saw other places, and I'm like, it's kind of tricky though because if it's Pizza Hut, those pizzas are made to order. And I'm like, well, if we find like 50 cents, we could find a payphone and call pizzas in that no one will go pick up, and then we walk in, and sure enough, there's pizzas left over at the end of the night. And as we're going, found a Little Caesars, and I'm like, dude, they have hot and ready pizzas. We walked in, and the employees are sitting around, literally sitting there. On the lobby chairs, that's where the employees were. And we asked them, like, what do you guys do with those pizzas? They closed at 11, and now it's like 10:15. And they're like, one was like, oh, I don't know what we do with the pizzas at the end of the night. And this other worker was like, no, we throw them out in the morning. In the morning? Why do you throw them out in the morning? Like, this is just our policy, we throw them out in the morning. I was like, so we should come back in the morning?
I was like, that's bullshit. That doesn't sound right. So we we scoped out the trash in the back, and in the meantime, Bobby found a little garden that he was like, oh, there's fresh fruit, which was cool. Or like, not fresh fruit, but like fresh things growing out of the ground.
Tomatoes.
He brings over something, and he goes, oh, I found a coconut. And he hands it to me. And I was very puzzled because, well, Wisconsin doesn't really have the weather for coconut growing trees. It is a cantaloupe. So he found a cantaloupe, which actually ended up being all right. As we're on the stakeout for Little Caesars, we figured out through that stakeout which dumpster was theirs. And then we proceeded to the front of the building, hid behind a tree like we were literally hunting deer and waited for them to come out and be done. And the exuberant feeling when we opened the trash can and there were full pizzas from that night that we then just went. So it's literally from the box. So it's not like it never hit the trash, but
Whole pizzas.
yeah,
There's easily 6 or 7 of them.
yeah,
Even a Hawaiian one.
yeah.
And we left it there.
We could be picky and not take the Hawaiian one. That's really neat.
Just about they lied to us.
Yeah. For sake of speed, because like we have a lot of stuff on there, don't we? The where we slept the first night. What was it? You seen it? You saw it at Harley Fest, right?
So it's a shipping crate that was converted into a bar. It's, you like rent it for events, and the sides fold up, and then it becomes a bar, and you serve alcohol on the top, and the top is a VIP deck. As soon as we walked up, I was like, dude, I saw that at Harley last week. I know what that is. I was like, what if we could get inside there? We got inside there.
And it was awesome because the wind the last
Lots of
few
wind.
days has been amazing.
But
By
the-
amazing, I mean really fucking cold.
The problem with the shipping crate is the sides, because they go up, flat. Clang, bang, clang, clang, bang, bang. And I tried to stuff napkins in there to cushion them and use my shoes on the big ones, and it helped a lot, but there was still like every now and then like a bang, clang. You know what I mean? That was Friday night. That's where we slept Friday night. Because they were setting up for an event at tents and chairs and tables. And like, they're going to be at this event probably like 7 a.m. So we got to get up before them and get out of here.
Yeah.
And we made sure of that. We got up
Yeah.
a little after 6.
Yeah. Yeah.
We knew that Saturday our first thing we had to do was find a blanket because it was freezing at night. And a new place to sleep because that event was going to happen Saturday and that shipping crate was done for.
Yeah. So Saturday night we found a new place to sleep, all right. And that place was my bright idea of Bradford Beach, which was like a cool thing, like because where the tiki huts are, they have fences, and I was like, okay, this will block the wind, and we'll get to hear the lake, and see the sky, and it's gonna be so beautiful, and we'll have a blanket so we won't be cold. Well, so I got excited about it. We did get a blanket, which is another story, but the sleeping arrangement was not. We got one big blanket, so Bobby and I are the clothes that we had, and then this blanket sleeping on the wood of this like tiki hut outside. And at first it was okay, but then the wind kept sneaking through, and I mean it was like 25, 30 miles an hour. And it just got super, super, super cold. So Bobby's like, we need to get in that tiki hut. So, I don't even know if we should say that. I mean, whatever. Probably edit this point out.
You cut it out.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're about to
We'll
incriminate
do,
ourselves.
we'll do uncut.
yeah, we did a little breaking and entering.
We'll have to talk to Omar.
Yeah.
And then we can release this cut.
Yeah.
Permission.
Yeah, he broke into he unlocked one of the latches from the window.
Use my little baby bird wrist. Broke it in. I got this little wrist here. Use my little nimble fingers and just started manipulating this lock. Flicked out there was a key in the lock. Flicked that out. I was able to slide the deadbolts on each side. And it got harder when you unlocked this one, then all the tension went to that one, so it was really hard. I can't remember something that I probably had bruises.
Yeah, I was like half out of it, freezing, like, what the fuck is he doing? There's no way he's gonna get that. He did.
The look on his face when I slid it, here's
Yeah, that was an amazement. And we get in there and it's like, our cornucopia of booze, and we could have just got bombed, but we were like, how, we don't want to steal anything. I happen to know the owners of the place, so like, I was like, worst case scenario, like, I text them, be like, hey, I'm doing this thing for 48 hours, we're freezing cold, we obviously aren't taking anything or whatever, so like, I kinda had a backup plan. But it did make me feel uneasy, but that killed the wind, the tiki hut killed the wind for the most part. There's still a draft, but it was much
90% gone.
Yeah.
It's
At least-
still cold, but
Yeah.
no wind.
And so I wanted to get, because I'm paranoid, I wanted to get out of there before dark. So we set, what was it?
450.
Yeah, set an alarm for 4:50. So then at 4:50, we hop out of this tiki hut. And we didn't slip, like neither one of us, it was like, we both turned because we'd be on our left side, like right on our back, and then our right side. Because when you're asleep on hard shit like that, it just gets too uncomfortable, like the pressure gets too
Your
uncomfortable.
bone is right on whatever you're sleeping on. Your hip bone, your tailbone, and the
Yeah.
opposite side hip bone.
Yeah. Yeah, so we popped out of there and then we found trash room in Whole Foods parking lot. And
Literally their dumpster room.
yeah, we were in there we got probably another hour, hour and a half or something in there. And then I looked over, like I barely fell asleep in there, and I looked over and I saw Bobby face down in this trash room. And I'm like, man, I gotta get him out of here. I can't have him being face down in this fucking trash room.
I couldn't lay on my tailbone or either of my hips anymore. I was like, just man up.
Ugh. Yeah, that was rough. So yeah, that was our sleeping arrangements. So it wasn't much.
And we never got deep sleep one bit. I don't think we ever broke a 30-minute stretch of sleep. You wake up because you shiver, you wake up to a clank or a bang, or you wake up because your side hurts. I woke up easily. When we got to the beach house, we got there at
The beach
just
house.
before 10 o'clock. Before we got to that beach resort, it was 10 o'clock. And fell asleep, and I woke up 4 or 5 times. And I was like, oh, it's gotta be like 1:30. It was 12:38. I was like, you gotta be fucking kidding me.
Yeah. So that was rough. What are the good stories we have? Oh, the people that helped us were amazing. They were-
Unexpectedly amazing. Unexpected that they helped us.
Yeah. This one chick, so like, I was trying to play with the words on my signs, and like, we needed a blanket. We didn't need money, we needed a blanket. So I changed the verbiage, like, just need a blanket, made blanket bigger, not money. And then like, when people walk by, they start tapping the word blanket. And this chick from MSOE was like, she went in, came out, she's like, you guys need a blanket? I was like, yeah, that'd be awesome. She's like, oh, I have one in my car, I'll give you. Like, sweet.
We were hoping someone would just go into Goodwill and buy a blanket. We already scoped out the blankets. There were no comforters or anything. They were small, single person, 5-foot long couch blankets. She had this double wide
Yeah, it's perfect.
California king size blanket, thick. Or like,
Ish.
whoa.
Yeah, it's like medium thick, but it's big. Thick.
Yeah. It wasn't just a simple couch fleece, like this was knitted up, like.
Yeah. So, I mean, that was good. And one guy, like, he wrote a sign that said leftovers. One guy gave him $2.
And that guy works for a business. He came out, I don't have any leftovers, but here you go, guys.
Yeah. We ended up making $2.25 in cash.
The whole
The whole
40.
Yeah, but we did get somebody that bought us McDonald's.
Mhm.
We were the trash pandas with the pizza. We got so much pizza that it was breakfast the next day as well, which is awesome. But the easy things were finding a place to use the restroom and finding water.
Mm-hmm.
That was
If you had a cup or a bottle, it was easy to find water then.
yeah. And then like the medium was, what was it? That was,
Shelter.
shelter was hard, I felt like.
Yeah. Because we had our hearts set on staying at the beach, and as we're walking to the beach, I'm like, we never thought of a plan B in case we get caught or this doesn't work out.
Yeah.
And we're already walking there, and we're like, oh.
on the positive side, before I forget, this shirt got 3 compliments. 3 legitimate compliments.
A guy running threatened his run to turn and look back and talk to him about this shirt. I love that shirt. I got it for Christmas in 1992.
I got that same shirt, 1992 Christmas. What?
Never broke a stride.
That's so weird.
It was insane.
That guy's my friend. This is probably his shirt from 1992 because, I mean, for real, how many people have this shirt? And I got it at Goodwill a couple of years ago.
We sure met a lot of like weird people too. People that are really messed up in the head.
Oh yeah.
Like
Us.
some guy, like the simulation guy, he was pretty far out there. This woman, she was asking for change outside of Whole Foods too. She was out there and she acted like she had amnesia. She didn't know where, she just showed up here 4 years ago and she doesn't know anything before. Then there was this guy inside McDonald's who's told me that he can tell I'm an empathetic person and I have good energy, and that we are here to fix the millennials because they don't know what's going on, and this is a spiritual warfare. And then he told Josh, I don't feel the energy from you, but you're good. And he fist bumped Josh and walked away.
Like never have I ever.
Just to kill time.
It's just to kill time. Yeah, homeless time, it's 4 times slower. Like, boredom is a real thing. And like, thank God if I didn't have Bobby, or we didn't have each other, that sounds gay. If we didn't have each other, like, it would have been, I mean,
Yeah.
super, super, super slow.
But finding food was so hard. We sat out front of restaurants with signs, leftovers. We didn't hold any signs that said give us money or anything. Material, good, the blanket. Things you need, food.
Yeah.
And no one.
Yeah, people, especially like,
People walked by eating their food.
yeah.
Well, we're just like, we'll have your leftovers. I don't even want what you, like, anything.
Yeah. I mean, I have so much, like, obviously I didn't think it was going to be fun in general being homeless, but after 48 hours, I'm legitimately exhausted.
Mm-hmm.
And I legitimately can't stand how people treat the homeless. Like, it is remarkable that people just go about their day because they're too too scared to just tell somebody no.
When you see this, they just shut their mouths and don't even turn their head.
They don't want to turn your head. They want to acknowledge
It doesn't
you.
matter what's on here. You could say, ask me a question, I'll give you $1. They don't even look at you.
All we were doing was saying hello. Like, we were like, hey, how are you doing today? And like giving them a smile or whatever. And it got to the point where then I was like, I would say hey, and then they wouldn't, and I'd still have a split second and be like, you don't need to be scared of us. We're not bad people. Like, I said that to a bunch of people because, like, one family too, like the mom like took those kids and like, don't get down. Like,
Even we were outside McDonald's, this group of college kids. McDonald's has 2 entrances.
Oh, yeah.
There's like 7 or 8 of them. And we're by this entrance, like still 8 feet off of it.
yeah.
They go all the way around the other side of the building to go to the opposite entrance, just so they didn't have to make eye contact, talk to us, or do
Yeah.
anything. And then right behind us, this dude just appeared out of thin air. You guys hungry? You want McDonald's? Come with me. So we go into the lobby right next to all these kids that just purposely avoided us, and you could just tell they were like. And this one random guy, he didn't ask us what we were doing, why we were out there, were we homeless, were we broke, did we spend our paycheck, what. He just said, what do you guys want? Anything you want.
Yeah, so shout out to
Hassani,
and then what was her name?
Miranda,
Miranda
and Adam.
and Adam.
Those are the 3 that helped us.
Yeah, so we're gonna repay those 3 if we can find them.
And the cantaloupe.
Two of them were, yeah, and we should actually get them a coconut and really confuse the shit out of them. Put a coconut back where the cantaloupe
Took
was?
this from your garden last week, sorry.
That would be crazy. That would be super crazy.
We got to bury 2 Modelos in the sand at the beach.
We also got some bush light
Bush light.
from some frat kids. So that was good.
Yeah. It's amazing. And when we actually stumbled upon a homeless camp, that was the big eye opener. 10 people living underneath the bridge. One of them had been there for 18 years. Old man, so old he had a walker. Like he literally came out of the bridge, and that's as far as he went. Like the other ones came up and talked to us, and showed us his garden. He was so proud of his garden.
Yeah.
He had a zucchini grow. He had
A beautiful flower bush.
yeah, I don't even know what it was. He said he got cheese from the flower.
Yeah.
I don't think he knows the word cheese in America.
No. Very confusing.
Tomatoes. They had a lot of soybeans. He said next spring he wants to clear out the next patch of trees so they could expand their garden further. He showed me where they wash their clothes in buckets and then they hang them like right in the river right there.
Yeah. It's like we took a bunch of train tracks and followed the river, and on both of those, the space and the foliage on either side is where the homeless people camp out.
Mm-hmm.
And it's, I mean, it's
Do not-
really quite interesting. I mean, some people take pride. One guy had around the train track, he had what was it, a tire swing?
He had a tire swing.
Yeah.
He wasn't.
Like,
He wasn't
books
in
in
the
the tire
spot.
swing?
Yeah, he had like 4 or 5 books in there.
yeah.
Another guy just had a tent and he was passed out with his feet hanging out the tent.
Yeah. A tent would have been nice.
That would have been real good.
A tent would have been real nice.
But the guys, the Hispanic people that are under the bridge, when we get down there and he's showing us everything, I like look at the wall, the concrete side of the bridge, and they made a gravestone. One of their friends fell in the river and died right there. And they went on to tell us like, yeah, he fell in last year and he pulled him out.
Yeah, like he saved his life.
And their English was pretty broken, and they said, yeah, he come and he built this, and someone built like a shield so they can't fall in the river anymore. Because like right to get underneath the bridge where they all go to sleep, the wall is a foot and a half, maybe 2 feet high.
Yeah.
Take a trip or a stumble and you're right over it. And then that side down is like 6 to 8 feet. So someone came and built a wall so that when they go underneath the bridge, they can like put their hand on the wall and get onto the bridge.
Yeah. That was really cool to see, like, the pride that they took in the garden.
Yeah.
And like, it doesn't matter how much money you make, you still need that pride. You need a purpose, you know? I mean, they said that they worked, right?
Yeah, I asked if they had jobs, and they said yeah. But they've been doing this so long, they know what to do, how to do, and what's priority. Like I asked, you guys have any power down here? And I said, no power, no power. I said, you got a radio? I said, no radio. So what about batteries? Well, batteries are for the flashlight. Like they know, like, the flashlight is a necessity.
Yeah.
That's more important than a radio. Like,
Yeah.
pretty crazy.
I mean, my big takeaway is that, well, a couple things. One, I don't give a shit if I give $1 to somebody that looks hammered or rocked or whatever. I'm gonna give $1 to like every homeless person that I run across, or at least $1, I should say, because that makes a big deal. Like, when we got that $2 from Adam, we were like cloud 9. When we got that blanket, we were like, fuck yeah.
We've been out there for so long. I thought people were just gonna.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like, and the way people look at you, like you're invisible and you don't matter, and like those little things actually help. And I don't care how you spend your money. Like, there's a chance like you said, there's a chance I might have spent that on a beer or whatever. You know, what does it matter? You know, like, I know that that's gonna help that second. Be like, oh, thank you. You know, and if it doesn't, okay. But hopefully, I'm living my life where I don't have to worry about that. I'll never think about the man. I wish I had that $1 back. Yeah. You know, so definitely going to do that. Definitely more respect for what they have to do to survive.
Mm-hmm.
You You know, I mean, we were novice at it, of course.
If
and-
we didn't trash Panda, we wouldn't have ate that night.
Yeah,
And we wouldn't have had breakfast the next morning either.
yeah,
And from breakfast until McDonald's, which was around 6:30 at night, we had tried and tried it. We were out front to Whole Foods. We were out front
by UWM.
Noodles
Yeah,
or by UWM.
yeah, it was, I mean, it was definitely eye-opening, and like how people treated you, it was, I mean, it's just not acceptable, to be honest with you. Like, they're people, they're struggling, and quite frankly, if I don't have cash on me, or I don't want to, at least be
acknowledge them.
Be a man. Oh, hey, how you doing? I'm doing good. Hey, can I have $1? No. Okay.
Just don't.
Like, that's okay. I'd much rather have a no than you pretend like you don't hear me, or you shield your kids from me, or you know, the multitude of things that people would do to ignore us.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's not right. That's not human. You know, and I understand that you go to places and you're like, oh, well, I hear it all the time. I hear it all the time. Well, that's because those people need money all the time. And just because you hear it all the time doesn't mean that you shouldn't treat them like people.
Yeah, like whatever that old man's name was, he's been under that bridge for 18 years.
Yeah.
I said, like, I asked him, like, does anyone come visit you? And he said, a church comes to visit him. He said, the police will come and make sure there's 10 of them there. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, definitely an eye-opening experience. Definitely I can't wait to shower experience.
can't wait to brush my teeth.
Yeah.
Put some lotion on my face.
Yeah. I was gonna say you need some lotion and things.
I just feel so sunburnt or windburnt and dry.
It was so cold. It was so cold at night.
That blanket saved us.
Yeah.
We gave that blanket to Oscar.
Yeah.
Gave him a sweatshirt.
The guy with the garden.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anything else?
When we left, he called us angels, and he got down and gave us the Father, Son, Holy Spirit.
Yeah. That he did.
He was beyond happy.
Yeah.
Even when we were trying to leave, he wouldn't stop talking about his garden. I wanted to bring it out this way. And their camp, they wrote on the side of the bridge of stone there, La Hotel de Paradisia, the Hotel of Paradise.
It was actually, I mean, it was actually pretty nice. Like they had like a living area that was outside, and then like where they sleep was all under the bridge, which makes total sense. And like they had different rooms.
They had a barbell, some weights.
Yeah. A lot of beer cans.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Ice House only $2 for 4 16-ounce cans at the Piggly Wiggly.
Yeah. Anything else funny on there? Otherwise, I want to wrap this up so I can shop.
Hashtag leftovers.
Yeah. Probably don't want to say that one either.
That's off camera.
Yeah, that's off camera. I told you about that guy, right? Yeah.
We spent our
Is that
$2
off?
on an ice cream
Right,
Snicker
it's
bar.
off.
No.
Oh,
Huh?
We spent our $2 on an ice cream Snicker bar.
yeah.
Probably tasted so good.
It did.
It was amazing.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, it was really hard, and I will not look at homeless people the same way.
And it changes you too. Like, I was like, dude, if we were to do this for 3 more days, I would start having to commit crimes to get food. Like,
I don't know about food, but like to me it was the shelter. I think you could always find somebody to buy you McDonald's.
yeah. You're like, yeah, even that, like, dude, I'm gonna have to break in that abandoned door. Like,
Yeah, you start thinking about things very differently.
yeah.
Very differently. And
Yeah,
like,
you feel like survival instincts kick in.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
2 cents.
And like you go from like that ego challenging, like, oh man, they're gonna see me. You feel like
Oh, Starbucks.
I felt really uncomfortable. Yeah, I felt really uncomfortable asking for money. Then when you get hungry and you start to do it, then it starts to become more. Yeah. So somebody
It's
told us that.
humiliating.
somebody told us that Starbucks gives out free coffees if you're homeless. So I thought we'd figure that out. And directly, I went to Pius High School, and directly behind me are two younger girls that had Pius shirts on. And so I asked them, I'm like, oh, did you go to Pius? And I'm in like a wife beater and these pants. And sweaty, I'm probably stinky. And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, oh, cool, I'm class of 2000, you know, and I start talking about the dean of students, the principal, and all the people, because I've gone back and helped. And, you know, asking what they're doing, all this kind of stuff, trying to be a good, older mentor type person. And then I turn around to the cashier, and I'm like, excuse me, do you give any free coffee to people that are homeless? I should have been like, stay in school. And she's like, yeah. She's like, I don't know if we do, but I can. I'm like, oh, that'd be great. So I got a free coffee. But if they heard me, that is really funny.
Yeah.
And also, sorry, Pius. Not homeless. Yeah.
That's about it.
What items did you use the most that you were out with? I mean, did you use your watch a lot, or
No, I
just
try
like
not to
alarms
use it a
and
lot.
stuff, or did you?
Try to look at clock towers and tall buildings.
Really?
The watch was almost harmful sometimes.
Yeah.
Because you'd be like,
Was it messing with your head?
oh my God.
That's all
There's,
it's
at
been.
4 o'clock yesterday, I was like, Bobby, I hate to tell you this, man, but we're less than halfway through this thing.
Because literally, it is like treadmill minutes out there. It is long.
Long. Well, yeah, long. Like you can't really even describe it because, yeah.
We got, I don't know, it's just, I don't know, everything is just wickedly long. I don't even know how,
That's it. It's long. The time is, it's definitely the time that is inside you. It's not time that runs on some sort of even keel because
yeah,
my perspective of time changed. The other weird thing is like, you have a lot of time to think, but because of your hierarchy of needs, you're not thinking about, like, I don't know how I would continue working on my business if I had to deal with those settings. Like, that was the weird thing, and like, that's probably why it's so hard to climb your way out of it. Because if I had to deal with those settings, I have to worry about if I'm gonna freeze at night, or if I'm gonna eat food, or, you know, how I'm gonna sleep. There's no, like, that's just what you think about. Like, you don't have time to think about, oh, my job interview next week, or how can I do this, or, you know, whatever. And it becomes almost natural. Like, I didn't think about much of any, I got a ton going on, I didn't think about much of any of it. It was just, you know, what you needed to do next.
Did you find yourselves like thinking the exact same though, with like core survival stuff? Were you more concerned about something else than Bobby, like safety wise even? Did you guys feel like you were kind of on the same level?
never felt threatened at any time. Not even at the.
Like you were
camp.
more alert, or like he wasn't more worried
We
about.
were alert, like we're like, oh, that car just drive by again. Like some people
Yeah,
like yelled at us.
Yeah, there's only one time where
We'd be like, oh, there's 3 guys walking behind us. Heads up, somebody's coming up this way.
yeah.
But never did we ever feel like, I never felt my heart bumping, like get ready to go. Actually, I did jump in a stance like this, walking by a bush, because I thought I heard like a critter or something. And the possum.
Possum scared me. Fucking see a possum walking. It's like, oh, and I know how mean possums are, and it was pretty close, and it was like trotting towards, or kind of towards us, and I'm like, I don't want anything to do with that thing. Also, Bobby almost got us killed between 2 trains, but
I don't know trains.
he's like, what are the chances? There's 2 tracks going onto a bridge, a rather long bridge. He's like, well, what are the chances that 2 trains come at the same time? I'm like, probably pretty good, Bobby. And what happens when we would run on the bridge?
2
The
trains.
freight's going this way, and a fast-ass Amtrak is coming this way. And I'm like, I don't know what our exit strategy would have been there, Bob. That's not.
They hang off the bridge or just sit
Yeah,
there
or
and
jump.
don't sneeze.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, that was funny. Did a good decision.
Yeah. But you have to like adapt with what's wrong. Like our notes are on a McDonald's bag.
Yeah. with a pen that was borrowed.
All the water I drank was from a Life water bottle I found on the sidewalk
And he found me a water bottle as well.
at the beach.
And then I found my own water bottle. That is the one thing that I took from the tiki hut, is a water bottle. Yeah. So yeah. That's about it.
Life changing. It's crazy.
Yeah. It's good perspective. Very good perspective.
Opens your eyes.
And like, we're smart guys. We're smart, capable guys. You add in, yeah. Or you. You add in some, psychological issues. You add in physical issues. You add in, some emotional issues. And you're making this equation damn near impossible to get anything else done. And that is certainly eye-opening.
By all the homeless people, you see scooters.
Yeah.
Somewhere north of 25 miles of walking in the past 2 days.
Yeah. With shitty nourishment and no sleep, no real sleep. Takes a toll. Well, and we're just soft because we don't have to ever do that.
Yeah.
That's the other thing I know. I am soft. I'm way too soft. If the zombie apocalypse happened, I'm fucked.